Yes, guys, we are finally back. We finally made it to the second reaction video I've dropped on this YouTube platform. Welcome, brothers and sisters, to this here BrBpTV. Be real, be positive television, brothers and sisters. I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Big up on yourself for definitely tuning into these vibrations. And of course, don't forget to check out the previous one I actually did on a Mr. Lick's reaction channel, guys. That link will be in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. So definitely check that vibrations at the end of this year reaction, brothers and sisters. Hopefully I don't get to do a long one on this year vibrations BrBpTV, but of course we have a number of rather interesting things that seems to be happening in the near future, brothers and sisters. Near future, that's what they say, brothers and sisters. But of course, I guess as time goes by, we'll have to see what happens in that regard right there. And brothers and sisters, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, click the like button. I would appreciate that. And of course, subscribe and turn on that post notification so you pretty much get the latest vibrations when you subscribe, and click the bell and click all, and of course help this channel to grow in that regard as well. So welcome, brothers and sisters, and without further ado let us get into the vibrations for today right there. Now, brothers and sisters, I know quite a number of individuals, especially in the north, are quite happy when they saw this sentiment right there. CABRITS MARINA PORTSMOUTH Dominica concept is coming, brothers and sisters. Of course, we know that POSSIE has been saying about we need a marina for the longest of times, brothers and sisters. And of course, this is seeming to be another, I don't know if this is a project to come. I don't think they gave a date when it's going to be coming. I think maybe they have. I did not get it, but I think they said next year is going to start or something of that sort. I can't remember what exactly they said in that regard. But of course, CABRITS Marina of POSSMOUTH Dominica, the concept, brothers and sisters, keep in mind the concept. That is the concept right there. Of course, let us take a look at what that concept is going to be looking like. It seems like they're going to have some sort of areas where people can, there's some stores there. It looks like there's going to be some stores of sorts. I was thinking maybe these are accommodation areas. It could be. Maybe down there is stores, and up top there is accommodation for the individuals who have yachts and what have you, brothers and sisters. So they hopefully you're going to be wrong in that vicinity right there. Of course, this is another look. It looks pretty nice, no doubt about it. From what I saw in St. Lucia, St. Lucia's Rodney Bay is pretty big. This one might be a little smaller, but still a marina is still a marina, brothers and sisters. And of course, we have to be happy about this right there. Of course, this is another angle of what it's going to be looking like. And it seems like they're going to be building it around the CABRITS region, brothers and sisters. The CABRITS region. We'll get into that in a moment. You're going to have huts. Yes, huts, brothers and sisters. Hut pass. All right. I guess these are areas where you can go for a drink or something of that sort. Or maybe this might be an area for people to go dancing. It looks like there's no chairs there. But there's chairs outside. So it could be an area where people can just mingle and, you know, have a meal or something of that sort. Right there. So it looks pretty nice. The concept looks pretty nice, brothers and sisters. We can't deny this. The concept of the marina, of what they want to build, obviously, brothers and sisters, sometimes the concept looks completely different from what will be built. You know, if they're trying to cut cost or whatever. But we have a number of these things, and this is what apparently they're portraying to the Dominican people right there. Of course, there's going to be a number of yachts in the area. Now, brothers and sisters, keep in mind, this is an area that might provide some jobs, just like Kepinski, not Kepinski, Intercontinental and Kepinski as well, provided some jobs. So there'll be a level of jobs, job employment there, brothers and sisters, I'm guessing for sorts. And of course, we're gonna have a number of these boats. Remember, the yacht stuff is for rich people, brothers and sisters. If you ain't got a yacht, this is not for you to come and pack your fishing boat, brothers and sisters. Keep that in mind right there. I wonder if you can pack your fishing boat there. Let me see. Did we? Maybe you can probably pack your fishing boat inside there, guys. But of course, this is the concept right there. CABRITS village. It's gonna have a CABRITS village, of course, where people can come and sit down and chill. I'm guessing there's gonna be a number of restaurants there. Or maybe there's gonna be a few accommodation centers, and of course some stores will definitely be there. So there'll be a level of employment when it comes on to this thing right there, brothers and sisters. But the question here is, will it be enough? You always have to ask the question, will it be enough? But before we get into that, brothers and sisters, let us look at the bird's eye view of what it looks like. So apparently, this is the road coming into it, which is interesting, because based off this thing, I think this is CABRITS, the mountain CABRITS. So it might just be under there, that area. Or this might be Kepinski, Intercontinental. Okay. So this is definitely Intercontinental. They're gonna be making it just by Intercontinental area. So I'm guessing if individuals coming in and they want to come and relax, they put the boat there and they go Intercontinental. I was kind of wondering where exactly is this, but I remember there's some sort of construction site of sorts on that other side. So I guess the Portsmouth will be around that region right there, and then the road that goes to Tatan will be there, and then this is Kepinski area, Intercontinental area, and they're of course gonna be putting the marina there, brothers and sisters. So I was kind of wondering about that. So okay, so I see one there, two there that can hold the boats. I also remember in St. Lucia they have certain areas where they can heist up the boat. Maybe they'll have this in there and maybe put it on the side there, where some people don't want their yachts to be in the water, so they put their yachts in a little cubicle area. So maybe they'll think of this in the near future, brothers and sisters. So this is Intercontinental, and this is where it's gonna be. So it won't interfere with the road. I thought it was gonna interfere with the road, but apparently that will not be the case in that regard right there. So this is another aerial view of what it should look like. It kind of looks different. So if they're taking it from this or this angle, also they're probably taking it from this angle, looking forward. Okay, and then you go out. Okay. Now guys, something individuals might not know, but remember the where CABRITS was back in the day. CABRITS was not joined to Dominica. You know that they actually had to backfill the area for them to be able to fill up the swampy regions so that they can make access to CABRITS. So CABRITS was pretty much the in between. CABRITS was pretty much sea or swamp, brothers and sisters, and they backfill the area for them to be able to put this thing. So I'm guessing they're gonna revert back. They're gonna revert to what used to be, cutting off a piece and bringing in the water yet again. All this used to be water before, all the way, and then they backfill it and what have you to join CABRITS. So those of you who don't know, I did not know that until an elderly person told me this right there. Well, that's what the person told me. Yeah, I wasn't born right there. But yeah, that's what it looks like in that regard. I think Portsmouth definitely needed something like this for a long time coming, and I think that is a good thing right there. This is another look at it from on top going out. Now I thought initially that area outside there was gonna be the Atlantic Ocean, but Bell Hall, people tend to bathe in the beach. It's kind of a little choppy, but it's not too crazy right there, so I'm guessing that should be fine as well. Hopefully they understand the way that maybe they will have wave cutters here, so that the boats can come in and and what have you, brothers and sisters. So I think that is a good concept. The question here is, will it happen? I have no clue. That is usually where I am at. Now apparently they seem to have two phases. They have phase 1. So this apparently is phase 1. They're doing phase 1 and then in phase 2 afterwards, which will make sense. It'll make sense that phase 1 is done first, and then phase 2 will be the complement of phase 1 right there. So that is going to be an interesting vibe in that regard right there. Now, brothers and sisters, there's a question that was circulating on Facebook, and I had to put it out there for you guys in that regard right there. Name one capital project in 25 years that has been completed and added sustainable development and opportunity to the Dominica economy. Just one. Let me read that again, brothers and sisters. Name one project under the DLP administration for 25 years that has been completed, not just completed, but has added sustainable development and opportunity to the Dominican economy, brothers and sisters. It's very interesting when you look at the Dominican economy. Everything seems to be going down except the construction industry, which of course is being handled by whom? The foreigners, brothers and sisters. Very little Dominica gets to participate in the construction industry. So all the other sectors of Dominica pretty much are dying or dead right there. Agriculture went from $200 million to about $5 million per year. Let that sink in right there. Okay, so it's very interesting when you ask yourself, what are they doing exactly to help the people? That's one of the things. As a classic liberal, not a liberal, but as a classic liberal, we understand the plight of the people, whether people are elevating or are they going down. Now, our marina is nice, yes, we definitely need the marina, but who is seeking to benefit from the marina, brothers and sisters? You don't have a yacht. Do you have a yacht? So they are building this marina for who exactly, brothers and sisters? Now keep in mind, I say that we definitely do need a marina. Now I think we are putting the cart before the horse when we tend to do certain things that don't necessarily add up to the development of the people. We might come here, individuals might come here in that area and work for about $1,200, if all that, right there. NEP workers might come inside there and what have you. Obviously, we know some of the yacht individuals are going to be bringing money into the country, no doubt about it, which is very interesting as I'm thinking of the 7 Americans that apparently went to prison or jail or were held by the government because the government has some sort of conspiracy based off where they will stay. And these people wanted to bring a lot of activities into Dominica. At least each individual would have spent about $5,000 each. And as they're bringing in more individuals to come in to utilize the Kinfield Airport, that would bring more stuff. But apparently, the government thought that was not a wise thing. And now, you know. Now, this might bring in some money, brothers and sisters, no doubt about it. Might create a few jobs. But when it comes down to the development of the people, you have to ask yourself a question. How is the marina going to help individuals out there? You prepare a marina for the foreigners, for them to come in with their big yachts and little yachts or in between yachts, whatever it is, brothers and sisters. You pretty much are preparing for them. True or false? You are preparing for them. So then, as a result of preparing for them, a few people get a job, some jobs. Look at Kepingski, brothers and sisters. Kepingski hired a few people. No elevation in that stand. However, Kepingski did have to give about 60, about $75 million just left Dominica, just like that, brothers and sisters, as a result of 3 individuals having to get their cash out money as a result of CBI, which is rather interesting right there. Can anyone out there, brothers and sisters, name one project, capital project, that has benefited the people themselves? One of the things that I know could have benefited the people is creating factories. You create factories where people are able to send produce out, the government looks for the markets, and the people are able to adapt and create the products, you know, as a result of the factories. But apparently the government does not want to make factories at all. They just want to focus on the foreigners and themselves, it seems. This is why another individual asked the question. Well, not asked the question, the individual made that statement. I am fully convinced, without a shadow of a doubt, that SKERRIT don't like Dominica and Dominicans. Because if you like Dominica, brothers and sisters, you will try to utilize what Dominica has to elevate the people. True or false? We are looking to CBI, brothers and sisters, and the very Prime Minister say, if not CBI, what else? We are an agricultural nation. I do think that you should put monies into it. It's rather interesting when I look at the budget of 2022 to 2023. I think it was about $15 million that was put towards agriculture, and 33% was not used, brothers and sisters. 33%, 67% and more of the budget was not used for agriculture. And we consider ourselves to be an agricultural nation. So when you're asking, when these different things pop up and you're asking yourself, what opportunities have been created as a result of the present regime? What? They create homes for people because they kill the economy. As a result of killing the economy, people can't create homes for themselves, and therefore the people are reliant on the people who are giving them homes from their own birthright money. It's interesting when you look at it, brothers and sisters. Your own birthright money is being given back to you so you can stay in apartments which you cannot own. But you have to stay quiet, because if you talk, you are fearful of losing your apartment. You are fearful of losing your job. People in the NEP, you think they can talk? You think they can talk? They are easily disposable. Just like that. Hey, we give you a job, you want to talk? No problem, go on. So when these questions ask, brothers and sisters, which project, brothers and sisters, just name one for me, please, because I really want to know which project that has been created by the DLP administration that has created development and opportunities to the Dominican economy. We heard Melissa them talking about creating, what are they calling that again? They want to create pool hall and some kind of things is always looking to the entertainment aspect of Dominica, never the development part of Dominica. The only set of individuals that seem to be developing is the government themselves. Look at the kind of houses that they want to be building. Look at the kind of estates and projects that they are alleged to be building for themselves. I even hear that the ministry is going to be moving into some buildings, and apparently the building is going to be costing Dominicans about $1 million per month. I don't know if that is the case, but if that is the case, what? You mean you're moving into a new building that'll cost Dominicans $1 million a month to rent? And that $1 million can go into development and doing things in the agricultural basin of the Caribbean? That has not been done? And you ask yourself this question, name one capital project within the 25 years that have elevated the people. Based off Dominica, factories would help. We can look into the herbs and these remedies because we consider ourselves the nature of the Caribbean. Utilizing herbs and these kind of things there. We had one of the greatest opportunities in a multi-billion-dollar industry that Dominica could have participated in. It's not like we didn't have the connections. We had the connections to so much to the point where they realized that they would need to import people into Dominica because the amount of people in Dominica would not be able to meet the demand. And you watching me and ask me what I'll never understand it, brothers and sisters. I will never understand it. It mind boggles me right there. What? Talk about Kepingski, brothers and sisters. It's really interesting when you look at Intercontinental. Of course, Kepingski changed over, gave over to Intercontinental, and there was something rather interesting that took place just the other day as a result of rainfall. Now, brothers and sisters, this is alleged to be Intercontinental, the building, and as you can clearly see, brothers and sisters, there's crabs in the hallway. So this shows that there's not much occupancy of these buildings right there, to the point where crabs can now really freely come in and enjoy the warmth or enjoy the dryness within, to the point where people did not even know that this was happening. This is a whole hallway, brothers and sisters, of crabs. You know how long it'll take crabs to go inside there, brothers and sisters? You know how long it'll take crabs to climb up step and go in places for them to be able to go inside there without being noticed? This is hundreds, probably 100 crabs here, brothers and sisters, and maybe hundreds more in the other parts of the area. This just shows there's no occupancy, not much activities is happening, which begs the question, brothers and sisters, are we focusing on the wrong thing? And I think we are. Because if we were focusing on the right thing, we'll actually utilize agriculture to bring in monies and then use the monies that agriculture has produced to do these things. We are selling our birthright. Birthright is dying down, and people come in and talk about Marina. Brothers and sisters, it's rather interesting. We're talking about Marina, and we have the World Cup coming up next month. Next month, brothers and sisters, and we don't have lights to put in stadium. World Cup would have helped a number of businesses in Roseau. One, people need food, people need accommodation, people need rentals. So that would have been a wonderful thing in not just Roseau region, but also in Portsmouth as well. Because sometimes when you go and watch World Cup, brothers and sisters, you drive a few minutes to reach certain places to reach. So whereas cheaper places, people can find accommodations and they rent vehicles for them to be able to go and watch World Cup. Just like how normal Dominicans would leave Paybush and go and watch football in the stadium, or go to festival, because it's apparently the sports stadium is a music stadium instead of entertainment stadium, because there's more entertainment that's happening there. We cannot build lights, we cannot put lights on stadium to host World Cup cricket, brothers and sisters. It's not like we didn't get it. We got it. We got 2 games, and they could not have the audacity. They don't have the audacity to tell the people, hey guys, we got this stuff and we are hoping to put this stuff. Even the contractor for the lights indicated that this would have been ready since June of 2023. Having serious problems, brothers and sisters, in getting that available. United States is not a cricket nation. They built an entire cricket stadium when Dominicans were complaining about putting lights on stadium. And you think this is going to happen, brothers and sisters? Like I indicated before, brothers and sisters, I don't believe nothing the government of Dominica ever states. Even if they say Marina coming in, brothers and sisters, I can be passing it and I seen it. If it's scary, that's it. I not believe it until I touch it with my bare hands. Yes. Prime Minister talking about there's no pie in the sky promises, and all throughout his history is pie in the sky promises. Question, brothers and sisters, what has the government done to create development, sustainable development, and opportunities for the Dominican economy? What? The very Prime Minister stated with his mouth that if not CBI, what else? Then Reginald, who has been part of that whole scenario for over 10 years, is then telling the Dominican people we have been last for too long. Blaming whom? Not themselves, you know. Blaming whom, brothers and sisters? That is the question right there. We have been last for too long. Look at Intercontinental, brothers and sisters. Crabs in the place. Crabs on the wall like Spider-Man. Look at that. There's a crab on the wall. Doesn't that indicate something to you guys? To have all these crabs in that area, most likely, if there was somebody staying there, they would report it. Hey, I see a crab. There are about 100 crabs here, brothers and sisters. Nobody reported. Somebody must have just go inside there and see what's going on. Or must have go and try and do something in that area. And then, bow, they see this. You know how long it will take for crabs to climb step or for them to move inside there without any hindrances, brothers and sisters? That tells you the occupancy rate of the places that these people are holding. Doesn't it? I find this very interesting and strange right there. Now, guys, don't get me wrong. Like I indicated before, we need the marina. But the marina is not for the Dominican people in the first place. It's for outsiders to come and bring their yachts. You don't own yachts. Most likely, we heard that SKERRIT owns yacht under somebody else's name. We don't know if that is the case. We don't know if it's true, but we heard that, brothers and sisters. He might bring his yacht and put it there. Things that he needs done, he will then try his best to do it. But we don't have... Look, Grand Bay, Siri, guys, take out Siri exposing. Siri just did a video in Grand Bay talking about the establishments that they were building, some projects that they were building there. Money run out, brothers and sisters. Money run out, but we're talking about Marina and people happy. They always, it's interesting how they always tend to put these things for the people to be bamboozled and fooled. Because they put this out there, hey guys, hey Marina, come in, I want the Marina. Well, let me vote them again. And then when you vote them in, they tell you, oh, next election we'll do Marina. Next election. Wasn't that the same thing for the international airport? You think it's now we're hearing about international airport, guys? You think it's now we are saying about international airport to the point where they're saying they're going to be putting about $5 million US per month in the bank for international airport? That money is apparently disappearing now. We have to go back and sell passports. $1.3 billion airport, brothers and sisters. Boy. Hey. Some days we must wake up, brothers and sisters. One day you must wake up. But I wish this is done, no doubt about it. But what I would most likely like is to actually have activities for the people to then create surplus so they can be independent. This is one of the reasons why I would say that this thing seems to be intentional. The government is literally doing things that is not beneficial to the people and the elevation and development of the people. I remember when the reporter was asking SKERRIT about sustainable development, and he refused to answer. He refused to answer, brothers and sisters. It's very interesting when you look at different things, brothers and sisters, and you have to ask yourself a question. I think persons don't tend to ask themselves questions, or the relevant questions. They might ask themselves questions, but they don't seem to ask themselves relevant questions that is pertaining to the situation that they live in. That is a good question to ask me. This is why this individual made the statement that she is convinced, he or she is convinced without a shadow of a doubt, that SKERRIT apparently doesn't like Dominica or Dominicans. Because if you like somebody, if you like something, you want to see that elevate. Your actions show your fruits. The great book says, by your fruits you shall know them. This is applicable to everything. If somebody says they love you, brothers and sisters, and they're not showing you fruits that they love you, the what? Doesn't that indicate to you that they don't love you? They might say they love you, but they don't. There's no action towards it. If the person doesn't show action that they actually love you, that means the person doesn't love you. They're just fooling you, telling you I love you, and they're hugging you from time to time. Hey. Breadcrumb mentality. So when you get that little breadcrumbs of emotions, you say, oh, they love me. Hey. There's a sense of manipulation, brothers and sisters. I think individuals need to understand this thing properly. Name one, brothers and sisters, just one. Because apparently I can't think of any one of them. All I can think of is the projects that they have done before, but that's not sustainable to the people. People go in Kepping Sick to work for $1,000, $2,005, whatever that money is, $2,000, and that's it. There's nothing that can create growth, sustainable growth, except agriculture in Dominica. This is why a number of persons back in the day, especially in Marigot, Salisbury, and Portsmouth, these people used to build their big houses, brothers and sisters. You think these big houses came just recently? No. They build their big houses as a result of banana industry, the agricultural sector. There's one particular man that stated that he was selling crabs overseas. He was selling crabs overseas, so much crabs that he was able to build some mansions that he has in Savanpai. That agricultural sector must really be booming for you to be selling crab. Well, when I see that video, it'll make sense. Where you get all this crab. Boy, that is something else. Brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on this whole thing right there? I really want individuals to answer that question for me. Liberites, those Liberites who tend to watch, those in government who tend to watch my videos, please, if you want, make a fake account and give me just one, okay? I know some of you have fake accounts already. Just give me one, okay? I would really appreciate that right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts on the matter right there? Do you think the Marine is actually going to be coming? Do you think so? When you do Vela Lights, they do finish Grand Bay stuff. Or they want to do Marina, okay. It is, brothers and sisters. What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts? That hurt me, brothers and sisters. That hurt me, man. And there are Dominicans playing in West Indies cricket, man. West Indies cricket, we. World Cup, brothers and sisters. That is, cricket is the second highest. Football is the first. Cricket is the second most popular sport in the entire world. We got 2 games for the World Cup. Not a normal cricket match, no, brothers and sisters. World Cup, we. And the Prime Minister fumbled the bag. And he think we'll just forget. We'll just forget. America go and build brand new stadium, but we can't put light. But we want to talk about Marina and brothers and sisters. What are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box. We'll give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. Click the like button. I would appreciate that. And of course, subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they tend to come through. Click subscribe, click the bell, click all, and of course, I would appreciate that right there. Of course, helping the channel to grow in that regard as well. It's about Mr. Licks once again, guys. Check out the previous reaction I did on the Mr. Licks Reaction channel, and of course, with that city right there, be real, brothers and sisters. Be positive.